boxes. So let's make this like 50. Let's make it 100. There, that's good. Yeah. So here's
someone could tell that
your minute volume.
Right?
Here's your low minute volume. That's your high minute volume alarm. So 8 is way too high. 8, you want to bring that down.
So how do I do that?
So you have to use these guys and highlight the box, then use the plus and minus.
You only want to do like 3 above, right?
Yeah, so bring that to like 6. And then you hit this one to go back to your main. See? This guy brings whatever, it's the alarm log. So if you scroll through, it's going to keep telling you what the alarm is. And then this goes back.
And then
so that's like your home button.
Where's the screen where she was saying, no.
What?
Like, if the doctor may give you a respiratory rate, or he may just give you the eye time, and you have to fix your respiratory rate.
List.
The third button.
So here's your set 1s, your set 2, VT set, and then these are going to be your measured 1s, measured 2. So you go to your set 1. Here's
So watch,
frequency set is 19.
So the eye time, so say I went.
See how everything's changing? See your rate's going up now? So you have to adjust your I and your E to get your rate.
Let's say he said, remember, like an eye time.
Isn't your I in
7.
order though, and then you adjust the E?
But
Yes.
that's, so if we bring this down to, see, we're up to 24.
Then if he wants you to keep your eye time at 0.3,
Just,
but
Right.
he wants you to have 26 breaths per minute, then I have to increase my E.
Not always. Sometimes it's
Not
increase.
always.
You gotta
Sometimes
play.
it's a decrease. It's depending on, see,
Okay.
and then here's your I to E is 1 to 6.7.
Okay.
Okay. And your time in's 0.3, your time out's 2.
So this is your FiO2,
FiO2,
your I time,
flow.
your E time, your flow, which you said is going to be between 8, 9, 10, 8, 10, something like that. Inspiratory is going to be no more than 30.
Right.
The CPAP's always less too. It's like 2 to 5, right?
Right. Well, 5 is usually your
Physiological
normal.
peak. Same thing like on your bed.
Okay.
See, so here's your peak where you can see right here. So as you dial, see, you're going to get accurate. So if you want 5, which most of them will do 5 as the minimum, so it's like 25 over 5 or whatever. There
Do
you
you
go.
set alarms on all that?
No, the only alarms that you have are the alarms that are in that alarm screen,
Which is here.
and which is the up and downs, and there's your alarm. That's it. High, low minute volume, delay, and apnea, and high rate.
Okay. So you want to give us some clinical scenarios and we'll try to figure them out?
Yeah, I just wanted to look into list your set 2 measurements is just the tidal volume set.
Do you want to go to the main screen and just talk each button so we have it?
See, and then here's where you're going to get your measurements, where everything's going.
Okay.
So your total rate is 40. This is 20, whatever, and then whatever I'm
You're on
doing.
SIMB.
Right.
How do you change the modes?
Down here, vent mode options, CPAP, CMB, SIMB, first support. So if you go to CMB, you have to select it, and get out, then go to your list. So now this should give 26, should do 26 breaths. Yeah.
Are you supposed to learn when your stuff doesn't work right?
Okay.
Okay. And then here's your flows going in, flow coming out. So this one measures the flows going both ways.
And do you do like your static compliance and stuff on here too?
No, but you can't do it in inspiratory.
It comes up.
Oh, that's right.
It comes up here on the measure 2. Compliance resistance, tubing compliance. It calculates it out through the system.
said we were going to have to do tubing compliance on this, didn't she? Oh, just know
No.
it. Just know it. Okay.
Yeah, so because see, this is active, so it changes breath by breath.
Okay.
So like if they threw a breath in here, see how it's changing with the spontaneous? So it's like an internal.
Do you want to go through all the settings?
Look at the back one, the main one, and say this is this, because they will have it for practical too.
Okay.
Then here. And you're back to your other screen.
Okay, so the main screen, let's just go through all the buttons again. This?
That's your alarm list.
How do I get to the main screen?
This is it.
This is the main screen.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is my alarms. This is, you have to scroll to find it, and then you do plus or minus to change.
Right.
And then how do you get over here?
Use these
Use your
arrows
Okay,
to move the block,
got it.
and it'll just scroll through all your blocks.
Okay, what are the other ones that we need?
And that's your home button. Your graph is basically this. It changes it from pressure to flow or freeze. So you can change this to flow, and it's going to show you inspiratory, expiratory on the flow pattern.
Okay.
Or pressure is going to be your pressure wave. And then it'll freeze. And then you have to unfreeze it. And then home.
So when would you give a manual inspiration?
Well, if the kid is on the vent, you're on high peeps or whatever, and their sat's going down, it's just like on the adults. You just give, like instead of taking them off and bagging them to lose all their pressure, you can just do manual breath. You just give them manual breaths.
Okay.
So that's your graph. Measure is what's coming up. You can change it volume, pressure, respiratory quotient, the minute ventilation with the O2 pressure. So if you hit volume, it'll bring up all the volume stuff. Minute ventilation, spontaneous percent, what there's a leak, what's the tidal volume coming back. Pressures, it's going to give you your pressures, your PIP, your mean, and your PEEP.
So then that's where we're going to get all our information.
Right, here's your compliance, resistance, and everything here. And then this is going to give you RE again, and your FI2 from the internal analyzer,
Okay.
from what we have set. And your gel depleted, your change of pressures. So then this is just back. And it's going to be whatever screen you choose. So we go back to volume, or we just go with pressure. So whatever screen you choose last, when you go back to the main home button, that's what's going to be displayed here. Okay? Then your list is everything. Set 1. These are all the things that are set on that first run, and the second one is only the volume piece. So here is where you're adjusting these, you can see your rate change. So when you're changing your I and changing your E is where you're going to see your rate adjustment. Okay? Then set 2, like I said, just the volume. Measured 1 is everything that's currently measured breath by breath. That's why you see like the tidal volume here just changed a little bit. So it's just everything can't fit on little screens, so then the second screen will give the compliance and resistance stuff. And it's just, those screens right there is the same here when you go to measure, whichever one you pick, it's just all those screens are put together in one spot. And then trends, it'll just do whatever time frame you want to change, whatever parameter you want to trend, and you look through and just move it around. So like here, time, how much time you want there, and it gives you the time that's recorded. This time of year is off. And just home, and then your alarms, and your home button.
Is there a trigger setting?
Yeah, it says on there. Sensitivity? Yeah.
So list is equal to that main screen. Right?
List is going to take you to everything that's here.
How do you change it? Or you don't?
I think that's what's built in is 2.5 in there.
Alright,
I
so
don't
if we
think
go
can
there,
change it.
it's all our vent modes, and you want something in assist control.
Right, and here's
That's
where
where
the
you can
trigger
set
is.
it.
Yeah. So you use the plus and minuses to change your flows higher or lower.
And that's the only
But you
option.
can only do it in assist control.
I'm going to go click on
Right,
each one.
but then it should stay. See, now I'm just going to show here. So, see, so now
What is that? That's your volume, inspiratory, expiratory?
Go ahead, push it.
Minute volume in, volume out.
That's flow.
The V dots flow.
V dots flow. So that's how much flows in. And it's not picking out because we're on AC, so it's not picking up on
Well, you would see. You have to set it.
Yeah. So now if you switch that mode, see if the trigger set from the first one stays like if you switch to SIMB.
Yeah.
So there's your trigger in the beginning.
So you set it in the 8.
So you set at the beginning of your mode switch.
Continuous mechanical ventilation and assist control.
Well, this is going to let them breathe. This is going to let them assist. This is going to lock them out on this. And the CPAP, just CPAP's on, so it's just going to give them, like if you're doing nasal CPAP, so all you're really going to set is this.
We have whiteout. That's it. Then vent options.
We'll put their names in.
So then on here, here's your patient outlet. That's your expiratory. So these should be reversed anyway, but you're going to have a filter on here. You need a filter on here. And then your expiratory doesn't need a filter because it's going down. This might be where it's leaking in here to pull this apart. Because, see, if you do... Oh, that's why she's this way. Most vent circuits now are quoted blue and white. Blue to the patient, white to the expiratory. So I'm going to get the pieces out of the thing so we can change it so it's set up right.